Alright, we should be live. Yep, we came live. Okay, we're live on the YouTube side and the Rumble side. Nice. I think. Change this back to all messages. Evening, Mike. And Corsten. We double check here on the Rumble side. Yes, we are live on the Rumble side. All right. So, I will be using a PDF of the map because, well, I've mapped it on my own before. And we don't need to take the extra time to do that. But if you have not made your own map in one of these before, I highly suggest it. So, first we'll CD to games. And I got a cool retro term. Oh, it's because and Frotz Planetfall. So this is a text adventure. This one's sci-fi, and I played this on my Commodore 64. Is what I played this on back when I was in high school. So, but here we go. And you're the janitor in the Stellar Patrol aboard this spaceship. So here we go. Another routine day of drudgery aboard the Stellar Patrol ship Feinstein. This morning's assignment for a certain lowly ensign 7th class, scrubbing the filthy metal deck at the port end of level 9. With your patrol issue, self-contained, multi-purpose, all-weather scrub brush, you shine the floor with a diligence born of the knowledge that any moment, dreaded ensign first-class blather, the bane of your shipboard existence, could appear. I think I'm going to turn the bloom down. Yeah, let's turn that bloom down. That's a bit much. And turn the jitter down a little bit. All right. So we're on deck 9. Featureless corridor, similar to every other corridor on the ship. It curves away to starboard and a gangway leads up. To port is the entrance to one of the ship's primary escape pods. The pod bulkhead is closed. Now you can we're pretty much waiting for the game to start, but there are a few things we can do. Let's try going up. This is a steep metal gangway connecting day 8 above and deck 9 below. Let's go up again. Alright, so Ensign Blather, his uniform immaculate, enters and notices you are away from your post. 20 demerits, Ensign 7th class, bellows Blather. 40 if you're not back on deck 9 in 5 seconds. He curls his face into a hideous mask of disgust at your unbelievable negligence. And did I say hi to Mike and Corsten? I know I saw you there before I started, but I don't remember if I said hi or when I started. Alright, so let's go back down. And verbose. Maximum verbosity. Because I've already been to this gangway, so now it just tells me the name of it. and does not give me a description of the area, so it'll do that every time now, even if I've already been to the place. Alright. And down again. And let's just go starboard. See what happens. Up. Ensign Blather catches me again. I'm in the reactor lobby. The corridor widens here as it nears the main drive area. To starboard is an ion reactor that powers the vessel. And aft of here is the auxiliary control room. The corridor continues to port. And I get 20 more demerits. Alright, let's go port. Featureless corridor. Let's go ahead and wait. I think Z works. Time passes, yeah. Look. This is L look. Yes, L works for look. Alright, let's just wait. Let's go ahead and save. That works for now. And now let's wait. Here we go. You can walk around and like diplomats come by and stuff, but in general, you're waiting for this. A massive explosion rocks the ship. Echoes from the explosion resound deafeningly down the halls. The door to port slides open. We're going that way. We're getting in the escape pod. This is one of Feinstein's primary escape pods for use in extreme emergencies. A mass of safety webbing, large enough to hold several dozen people, fills half the pod. The controls are entirely automated. The bulkhead leading out is open. The ship shakes again. You hear from close by the sounds of emergency bulkheads closing. So let's go ahead and close bulkhead. Alright, we got that shut. Let's enter. Let's see, does that work? Enter webbing. We got to get in this webbing somehow. Okay, we're safely cushioned within the webbing. Because you'll find out and have to start the game over that if you don't, you'll die when you land on the planet. And let me just double check the chat here. Oh, I don't have to Alt-Tab out this time. Alright. And I might as well see what... Just saying people are watching. Alright. You feel the pod begin to slide down its ejection tube as explosions shake the mothership. Wait some more. Through the viewport of the pod, you see the Feinstein dwindle as you head away. Bursts of light dot its hull. Suddenly, a huge explosion blows the Feinstein into tiny pieces, sending the escape pod tumbling away. As the escape pod tumbles away from the former location of the Feinstein, its gyroscopes whine. The pod slowly stops tumbling. Lights on the control panel blink furiously as the autopilot searches for a reasonable destination. The auxiliary rockets fire briefly and a nearby planet swings into view through the port. It appears to be almost entirely ocean, with just a few visible islands and an unusually small polar ice cap. A moment later, the system sun swings into view, and the viewport polarizes into a featureless black triangle. And we wait some more. What the? Oh, that moves must be galactic time. Alright. The main thrusters fire a long, gentle burst. A monotonic voice issues from the control panel. Approaching planet. Human. Inhabitable. Now, what was going on in these games, and we haven't really started yet, is we don't even know what's going on, really. Because the instructions They just tell you the mechanics of the game, which is basically how to put your noun verb. And it does get more complicated than that when it needs to be. But right now we're still waiting. And wait some more for the game. Wait some more. Now we're entering the planet's atmosphere. And wait some more. You feel the temperature begin to rise, and the pod's climate control systems roars as it labors to compensate. And wait some more. The viewport suddenly becomes transparent again, giving you a view of endless ocean below. The lights on the control panel flash madly. As the pod's computer searches for a suitable landing site, the thrusters fire long and hard, slowing the pod's descent. The pod is now approaching the close of a pair of islands. It appears to be surrounded by sheer cliffs rising from the water, and is topped by a wide plateau. The plateau seems to be covered by a sprawling complex of buildings. And this is actually pretty dang good sci-fi once you get started. Uh-oh. The pod lands with a thud through the viewport. You can see a rocky cleft and some water below. The pod wrenched gently back and forth as if it was precariously balanced. A previously unseen panel slides open, revealing some emergency provisions, including a survival kit and a towel. Get kit, comma, towel. That'll take 2 turns. Oh no! Exit webbing. Okay. I hope I didn't take too long. Kit, comma, towel. Open bulkhead. Oh no, cold. Exit pod. Okay, so let's back up here. The pod is now completely submerged. You feel it smash against underwater rocks. Bubbles streaming upward past the window indicate that the pod is continuing to sink. So then we get out of the pod, and we're underwater. You are momentarily disorientated as you enter the turbulent waters. Currents buffet you against sharp rocks of an underwater cliff. A dim light filters down from above. Okay, let's go up. Alright, cool. You have reached a cleft in the cliff wall where the island rises from the water. The edge of the cleft displays recently exposed rock where it collapsed under the weight of an escape pod. About 2 meters below, turbulent waters swirl against sharp rocks. A small structure clings to the face of the cliff about 8 meters above you. Even an out-of-shape ensign 7th class probably could climb it. Alright, so now the game actually begins. And we're made it to the balcony. And some of the other commands we have is like we can check our inventory. And we have a towel, a survival kit, a patrol issue, self-contained, multi-purpose scrub brush, uniform. The patrol uniform contains an ID card and a chronometer. Alright. Examine. Now, in newer versions of Frauds, a lot of times you can shorten examine to X, but not in this one. The survival kit is closed. Open kit. What do we got in there? Red goo, green goo, and brown goo. Okay, so that's emergency food. Got it. towel, an ID card, and a scrub brush. Okay, let's look again. Check out where we're at. Okay, a weathered metal. This is an octagonal room. I'm sorry, I was reading myself. I forgot I was streaming there for a second. This is an octagonal room, half carved into and half built out from the cliff wall. Through the shattered windows which ring the outer wall, you can see ocean to the horizon. A weathered metal plaque with barely readable lettering rests below the windows. The language seems to be a corrupt form of Galalingua. A steep stairway, roughly cut into the face of the cliff, leads upward. A rocky crag can be seen about 8 meters below. Let's make sure I haven't missed any chats. Nope. All right. Back to. So let's read the plaque. Read plaque. This stunning view of the Calamanti Valley covers over 40 square miles of that famous tourist spot. The large building at the bend in the Guman River is the former provincial capital building. Wait a minute. We're not seeing a valley. We're seeing ocean instead. What is going on here? I guess we go up the stairs. See what's next. Alright. Up again. You're at the courtyard of an ancient stone edifice, vaguely reminiscent of the castles you saw during your leave on Ramus II. It has decayed to the point where it can probably be termed as ruin. Openings lead north and west, and a stairway down is visible to the south. Alright, like I said before, I went ahead and just downloaded a map. But, and where do we start even here? Okay, there's the balcony. So let's, so we're here at the balcony at the moment. Why? Okay, the courtyard is actually where we're at the moment. But, and this is actually drawn out like you hand drew the map. So we're in the courtyard, and we could go north or we can go west. And let's try west first. But like I said, we used to... the first couple times I played this, I did make my own map. This was once the west wing of the castle, but the walls are now mostly rubble, allowing a view of the cliff and ocean below. Rubble blocks all exits save one eastward into the courtyard. Alright, let's head east. And let me go ahead. And I'll be right back. Alright. So I guess we go north this time and see what we got. Plain hall. Featureless hall, heading north and south. The hallway is old and dusty. The construction is of a much more modern style than the castle to the south. A similar hall branches off to the northeast. Recreational corridor. This is a wide east-west hallway. Portals lead north and south. And another corridor branches southwest. So, we're here now. Let's try to go. I don't think I really need to go into the dorms, so let's go east. So anyway, the first few times you played this game, you weren't even trying to figure out the puzzles. You just tried. I mean, you figure out puzzles as you went, but you're mostly just trying to get it mapped out. Before we had the internet and could just download maps. And at some point, Invisiclues were sold with maps and such, but I think there was even a few posters of Zork 1 and 2. A small door to the north is closed and hooked with a simple steel padlock, which is also closed. I guess we'll try south. This is a large hall lined with tables and benches. An opening to the north leads back to a corridor. A door to the south is closed. Next to the door is a small slot, although the room is quite barren. An octagonally shaped canteen is sitting on one of the benches. We better get that. I better put a space in that. Examine table. Nothing special. Examine slot. Okay. So we can't get into the kitchen. I don't think. We'll try something. I doubt if it's going to work. Ah, never mind. Let's go north. And maybe we do need to check the dorms. But let's just alright, so let's do that. Let's at least look at the dorms, right? So let's east. Hallway. Lined with a motorized walkway no longer running. That was probably intended to transport people or cargo down that tremendously long hall. Alright, let's check out the dorm room. These Spartan living quarters could have once housed many hundreds, but it seems quite deserted now. There are openings at the north and south ends of the room. North again. And you marvel at how little toilet design has changed. Alright. So let's continue east. Corridor junction. North-south corridor intersects the main corridor here. A non-working walkway from that direction to the east corridor widens into a well-lit area. Where are all the people? Let's see what happens to the east. Wide, brightly lit lobby. A blue door to the north is closed. And a red door is closed, with each having a red and a blue button. And there's a small room about the size of a telephone booth. Push the red button. The red door begins vibrating a bit. The door at the south end of the room slides open. Lower elevator. Well, the elevators seem to work. Well, I don't have a card for the slots yet, so let's go back west. And let's see what's to the north. A jagged crevice crosses the floor. Alright, examine crevice. Lying at the bottom of the narrow crack, partly covered by layers of dust, is a shiny metal key. So that key is one of the things we got to figure out how to get out from the bottom of that crevice. And let's just try here real quick. It's too narrow. The crevice is too narrow, or my fingers are too large. So we can't reach in there and get it that way. So let's see what is to the east. Dusty sanitary facility like the others. And non-functional. Alright. Continue north. The hallway. In fact, the entire building has been rent apart here, presumably by seismic upheaval. You can see the sky through the severed roof below, and the ground is thick with rubble. To the north is a gaping rift, at least 8 meters across and 30 meters deep. A wide doorway labeled System Monitors leads west. Alright, so we can't go north yet. Where are we at now? Whoops. We can't go north yet. We're here in the admin corridor. And let's go check systems monitors. This is a large room filled with tables full of storage equipment. The far wall is filled with a number of monitors. Of these, the ones labeled... The frick are you doing, cat? Yeah, I'll go... Well, the ones labeled Library, Reactors, and Life Support are green. But the ones labeled Planetary Defense, Planetary Cores Control, Communications, and Project Control indicate a malfunctioning. What the frick? How do I do that? Condition. Well. You cat, you. Alright, so go back east. We can't go north yet, so let's see what's to the south. Go back to the junction. Alright. Uh-oh. Entrances to rooms lie to the east and west from this north-south hall. A growl from your stomach warns that you're getting pretty hungry and thirsty. Oh boy. Well, isn't that wonderful? We have to figure out how to eat in this game, is what we just learned. Let me see what. So. Open kit. Let's eat red goo. That tasted just like scrumptious cherry pie. Is diagnose a command? Yes, it is. You're okay. Cool. You're in perfect health. You feel well rested. You seem to be well fed. All right. Cool. So where was we now? We're in the mech corridor north. Let's check this room to the east. Check out room to the east first. Dusty shelf with an oil can. The cardboard box contains a cracked 17 centimeter Frommets board, a good 90 ohm bed resistor, a K series Fegger and a B series Mega Fuse. Alright, we don't know. I'm going to leave these here for now because we just don't know what to do with any of that. So let's go west and west again. This is a huge, dim room with exits to the northeast and southeast corners. The room is crisscrossed with catwalks and is filled with heavy equipment, presumably intended to heat and ventilate this complex. Hardly any of the equipment is still operating. Alright, so let's go southeast, and then we'll check out these rooms down here. Let's see what's to the east. Dials and gauges for controlling a massive planetary power reactor, which, according to the diagram on the wall, must be buried far below this very complex. The exit is to the west. Alright, let's go west. Let's not try to continue on here yet. And south. And we got doorways southwest, south, and southeast. Let's go southwest first. Ooh. We've got a large glass flask, a small device labeled Acme portable laser, an old battery, and some wide nose pliers, and most importantly for right now, a U-shaped metal bar curved into a U shape, which I don't know if you know what that is, but I know what that is. It's a magnet, and I want to get this magnet and use it and get it the frick out of my inventory as soon as possible, because something bad can happen. And hello, Craig Lilly. Welcome to the stream. Is there anyone else I missed? Nope. Alright, so we just found the metal bar curved into a U shape, which I know is a magnet. Get bar. And I'm going to leave these other things here right now. And we're going to go east and see what is in this room. Machine shop. Standing against the rear wall is a large dispensing machine with spout. The dispenser is lined with brightly colored buttons. The first 4 buttons, labeled coolants 1 through 4, are colored red, blue, green, and yellow. The next 3 buttons, labeled catalyst 1 through 3, are colored gray, brown, and black. The last 2 buttons are both white. One of these is square and says base. The other white button is round and says acid. Alright. And there's Michael Lilly in the chat. Howdy, howdy. So let's go east one more time. Robot shop. This room with exits west and northwest is filled with robot-like devices of every conceivable description in all various states of disassembly. Only one robot, about 4 feet high, looks even remotely close to being in working order. The deactivated robot is leaning against the wall, its head lolling to the side. It is short and seems to be equipped for general purpose work. It has apparently been turned off. Turn on robot. See what happens. Nothing happens. Alright. Anyway, I got this I want to go northwest. I'm going to go get that key with the magnet. That's what I'm going to go do. North. 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 Whoa! The robot you were fiddling with in the robot shop bounds into the room. Hi, he says with a wide and friendly smile. You turn Floyd on. Be Floyd's friend? Yes? Oh boy, I'm going to have to remember how to interact with Floyd. Let's go north some more. Alright. So let's get key with bar. With a spray of dust and a loud clank, a piece of metal leaps from the crevice and attaches itself to the magnet. It is a steel key. With a tug, you remove the key from the magnet. Alright, so let's check this map again. We got the key. And where are we at? Alright. Alright. So, we need to go back to... Take the key back to the mess hall where the padlock is, and I want to get rid of this magnet, and I want to make sure I never accidentally see it again, because we're going to be getting magnetic cards, and this has happened to me. If you're carrying the magnet, I know for sure. If that magnet and a metal, one of the magnetic cards is in your pocket, it destroys the magnetic card, and then you got to start all over. But I've already done that before. I know that, so I'm gonna get rid of this freaking magnet now. east. And no. That's where I'm drop bar. Floyd asked if you want to say Hucka Bucka Beanstalk, and I do have the key. Yeah, alright, cool. West, south, and we got Floyd following us around. Mess corridor. Okay. Unlock. Padlock with key. Unhook door. Does that work? Open door. Remove padlock. Luckily, we must only be... Luckily, it didn't see that last... I'm not sure how many... It don't look at all the letters. Evidently, it looks at the first 6 or less, or that would have been bad. Yeah. If you're carrying around the magnetic card with that magnet, it's like, oh shit, now the card don't work, it's scrambled. And how far back do I gotta go? Yeah, there's some, like I said, it's starting out pretty slow, but there's some elaborate puzzles. Like you just have to figure out that the U-shaped metal bar is a magnet and get that key. Drop padlock. Open door. And south. Mess hall. This is a large hall lined with tables and benches. An opening to the north leads back to the corridor. A door to the south is closed. Next to the door is a small slot. Huh. So we still need oh, fuck off. Look under the table here. Oh. I need another card. Dang it. All right. Alright, I need to go. What's stopping me from going north? What is stopping me from going north? Nothing. I just forgot to come here. Alright, get ladder. Alright, what do we drop? I guess we already used the key. Drop key, comma brush. See if we can get the ladder now. Drop towel. And the canteen. Damn it. I'm gonna have to drop everything. All right. I got the ladder. Right? Yeah, Floyd's cool, actually. All right, so we're at Storage West. Check this map. So I'm going to go south. South, east, and north to here, to the admin corridor. All right. South. East. East. Corridor junction. Yep, I swear I want to go north. All right, I'm going to save again. Yeah, overwrite the existing file. All right. Examine rift. 8 meters wide and more than 30 meters deep. Place ladder across rift. See if that. No! I'm glad I saved. I'm glad I saved. Gotta extend the ladder first. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. You know, you had to think, use your brain, these old games. Could you imagine kids playing these? Could you imagine kids playing this shit today? I'll get to the chat here in a second. Alright, so. Yeah. No, the map is not included with the game manual. They had what they sold in Visiclues. Not at first. This happened later. And so this is the actual map and everything you got with the Invisiclues book. So this was part of Visiclues, but it's cool that they made it look and this particular one, they make it look hand-drawn. But this is the straight-up Infocom and Visiclues map. But no, it did not come with the game manual. You had to buy the Invisiclues separately. Yeah. Alright, so we need to restore our game and try again. It did, however. Let's see. I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but let's see. Planetfall feelies. They came with what they called feelies, and I don't think you got much with this one. But we'll see. Yeah, I think you just got this Stellar Assignment Task Force card. And that's all you... No, wait a minute. Nope. You got postcards. Okay, so see, you got your manual, which basically didn't tell you much. You got postcards, and along with the game disc. Your today's speller, and then they showed you letters. So you did get more feelies than just the Stellar Patrol ID card thingy. But no, those maps were the maps and the clues were a separate purchase. Restore. All right. Wait, what'd Floyd say? The ladder falls down. And I see some more chats. Yep. The packaging was... The Infocom packaging before, in the beginning was wonderful stuff. And you'd buy them at the bookstore. I remember getting this at the Walden Books in the mall. For my Commodore 64 is where we bought the Infocom games. Alright, so let's go north. Okay. Listen here, you. Throw some pot on you here in a second. Extend the ladder. Oh my God. Drop ladder. Extend ladder. Ladder extends to a length of around 8 meters. Place ladder. Across rift. Boom. Chakalaka. Floyd absent-mindedly recites the first 600 digits of pi. Alright. So we got that puzzle solved. Now you can go north. Admin, corridor north. Corridor ends here. Portals lead west, north, and east. Signs above these portals read, respectively. Administrative offices. Transportation supply. And plan room. To the south is a rift spanned by a ladder. And let's try west first. And there's even more west. Alright. Let's examine the desk. Floyd runs into me. Open the drawer. Alright, here we go. Opening the small desk reveals a kitchen access card and an upper elevator access card. Alright, so. And this is why, and now, you don't want to be holding the magnet and these cards at the same time. Or at least put them in the pocket. I don't remember which, but I'm not taking any chances. Which is why I got rid of that magnet right away. Get kitchen card, comma, elevator card. Taken, taken. Floyd notices a mouse scurrying by and tries to hide behind you. Oh, the mices are still alive. Interesting. Okay, my score is 18 now. And we can continue to... There's more west, huh? Large office. This is a large plush office. The far wall is one large picture window, scratched but unbroken, offering a view of this installation and the ocean beyond. In front of the window is a wide wooden desk. Let's examine this desk. Open drawer. A shuttle access card. All right. And I'm getting hungry. Oh boy. So I got to get back to... I left the food in the storage room, so I got to get back to the storage room. Freud frets about the possibility of his batteries failing. Alright, so let's save. And go east. Hopefully it's not too late. East. South. 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 East. Whoops, west. And I gotta find a place to sleep too. Damn it. West. West. I remembered you'd had to eat. I didn't remember you had to sleep. North. Get green goo. Eat green goo. I'll fucking get the kit. Floyd produces a crayon from one of his compartments and scrawls his name on the wall. Alright, and so let's go south, east, north, sleep. Enter bed. Sleep. All right. You slowly sink into a deep and restful sleep. All right, so we've made it one day on this planet that we landed at that what's supposed to be a valley is oceans. And there's this big complex, but no people. So, and have this dream. You find yourself on the bridge of the Fiendstein. Ensign Blather is here, as well as Admiral Smithers. You are diligently scrubbing the control panel. Blather keeps yelling at you to scrub harder. Suddenly you hit the ship's self-destruct switch. Smithers and Blather howl at you as the ship begins exploding. You try to run, but your feet seem to be fused to the deck. Alright. You wake feeling refreshed and ready to face the challenges of this mysterious world. Floyd bounces impatiently at the foot of the bed. About time you woke up, you lazy bones. Let's explore some more. Alright. Get up. How's my inventory? Okay, I still have all the stuff. Wait a minute. No, I don't have all my stuff. Alright. So I'm going to have to put stuff in pocket for me to keep it while I'm in the bed. So. Put the shuttle card in pocket. Done. Elevator card. Put elevator card in pocket. Done. Alright, so we want to get the kitchen card and the kit now. Alright. Boom. Chakalaka. Alright, so. South. West. South. Slide kitchen card in slots. Put kitchen card in slot. Slide through. Boom, that worked. All right. Oh, shit. You know what? I forgot to get the canteen. Ah. South again. All right. Food production and dispensary area for the dining hall to the north. Of particular interest is a machine near the door. You should probably examine it more closely. It contains an octagonal niche. Beneath the spout, above the spout's a button. High protein liquid dispenser. All right. Open canteen. Put canteen in machine. Press button. Canteen fills to the brim. Get canteen. Close canteen. Save. All right. Whoa. Forgot to type yes. Whoops. Oh well. Because I'll never know what this Y is. Floyd's eye, when I type save, Floyd's eyes light up. Oh boy, are we going to try something dangerous now? Alright, so. I'm still trying to figure out. So we got a food source. We have one of the elevator cards, so I guess we should I guess that's where we're going next. And we'll figure out what to do from there. Alright, so north. North. I'm hungry already. Alright, let's eat the brown goo. And we can drop the kit. Nebulan fungus pudding. Alright, drop kit. Okay, and we're going east. 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 Alright, put kitchen card. And pocket. There's no room. Alright, get elevator card. You notice that you feel a bit weak and slightly flushed, but you are not sure why. I don't know where you can buy a digital copy of Planetfall at a reasonable price these days. What about Steam, or does it come with Enchanter? It comes with something. I think it's Enchanter it comes with. What? Zork Anthology. Not Trilogy. So what do we get with Zork Anthology? We get... You do get Planetfall. So you get Zork 1, 2, and 3, Beyond Zork, Zork 0, and Planetfall. So there you go. For $5.99, I think. Not on sale. $5.99 includes Planetfall. Zork 1, 2, 3, Beyond Zork, Zork 0, and Planetfall on Steam. Does it come with Enchanter also? No, it does not come with Enchanter. Does the GOG version come with Enchanter? Because I remember maybe that was what I was thinking. Yeah, it's like, well, even when I searched it, I was searched the Zork Trilogy and didn't get it. It's the Zork Anthology. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Nice. It's about even. About. Put kitchen card in pocket this time again. Alright, push. Which button am I wanting to push? Which one's to the north? Okay, the blue button. Wait for the door to open. Go north. Slide elevator card through slot. Elevator enabled. Push up button. Alright, cool. And let's go south. Tower core. Small circular room. Sliding door needs north. Okay, that's the elevator. Interesting. Alright, let's check our map. Alright, let's try southwest first. The view is breathtaking. I think I'm going to have to start a fire here pretty soon for more coffee, it looks like. Yeah, this isn't... Alright, I'm going to start a fire for more coffee. Although I still... Yeah, I've got 3/4 of a cup here with all this reading. I'm going to need it, so I'll be right back. Hopefully there's coals in here. There is coals. Cool. Should fire right up. Alright, that's going to fire up. Damp it down in here a second. The view is breathtaking. Tower must be half a kilometer tall. From here it is clear you are on an island. The dormitory section of the complex is visible on the other side of the island. The rest of the complex sprawls out. In the distance, about 20 kilometers to the east, you can spot another island similar to this one. Huh. So there's a third area we haven't been to yet. Alright, northeast. Speaking of, could you tell me, does the GOG version come with Enchanter? I think it does, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I thought one of them did. Alright, let's go northeast this time. Oh boy. A console on the right side of the room. Oh, wait. Small room, no windows. The sole exit is to the southwest. 2 wide consoles fill either end of the room. Thick cables lead up into a ceiling. The left side of the room is labeled Receive Station. A bright red light labeled Transmission Received is blinking rapidly. Next to the light is a glowing button marked Message Playback. The console on the right side of the room is labeled Send Station. Next to the screen is a flashing sign, Malfunction in Sending Coolant System. Annunciator, funnel-shaped hole labeled Coolant System Manual Override. A brown colored light, okay, is flashing on the annunciator panel. I'm writing that down. Brown coolant. Communications. I'm writing that down because I'll forget. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? Let's see here. There's a pen. So we need brown coolant. Communications. Brown coolant. Brown. Alright. Hopefully one of the colors of the coolants is brown. Push glowing button. A voice fills the room. The voice of Feinstein's communications officer. Stellar Patrol Ship Feinstein to Planetside. Please respond on frequency 48.5. SPS Feinstein to Planetside. Please come in. After a pause, you hear the officer in a quiet voice. Admiral, no response on any of the standard frequent, and the sentence is cut short by the sound of an explosion and a loud burst of static, followed by silence. I swear Enchanter's available somewhere. Oh, you didn't read the included titles. Hell, let's freak it. Is it going to be the same? It's the same. Huh, that sucks, because Enchanter's really, really good. Huh. Huh. Maybe I'm remembering that it sucked that you couldn't get Enchanter. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, read the screen. Examine screen. To any ship of the Second Galactic Union, Jesus, planet-wide plague, has struck entire population. Time is critical. Emergency assistance requested. Repeat message. So I guess that's where all the people went. There was a plague. And that's probably why, let's see, diagnose. You are a bit sick and feverish. Alright, so, to recap the story so far. Crash landed on this planet. There's buildings and signs of a civilization and some machinery that's still going. But, what happened to the people? Well, I guess we just figured out what happened to the people. So let's go about fixing communications. Southwest. North. Slide elevator card through slot. Push down button. South. Oh, Z. Wait. 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 Oh shit, south. West. South. 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 Alright, I'm saving, and hopefully I don't screw up. Let's go west. Get flask. East. Put flask under spout. Push brown button. Get flask. North. 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 East. North. And we're going to slide the card again. that as far back as we're going to go? All right. Push up button. Northeast. Huh? Oh. Wait. South, then northeast. Pour fluid in hole. Nice! Nice! That worked. The liquid disappears into the hole. The lights on the annunciator panel blink rapidly and all go off except one, a green light. Examine panel. Whoa, wait a minute. But I fixed it. Because before it told me about... Alright. I can't go back. Just... Send. Look under Receive console. All right. Helipad. Alright, so there's really nothing there. Alright. North. See if we can... Push down button. Wait. Wait some more. South, west, north, north, west. So we didn't fix communications. I've got an idea. Open canteen. Drink liquid. Close canteen. So we had a green light still, right? All right. All right. Cool. Put flask under spout. Push green button. And get flask. North, 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 east, north. Slide elevator card through slot. Push up button. Wait some more. South, northeast, pour fluid into hole. All of them go off except for a red light. Alright, so now we need to go get red fluid. It seems like we're making progress. It does seem like we're making progress. So now we'll go push the red button for the red fluid. Let me write that down. We did the green, we did brown, green, now it seems like it's time for red. Wow. Okay, so, let me see where we're at over here. Looks like, yes, we got boiling water. I could make more coffee. More coffee time. More coffee time. Man, if I was on Rumble only and I wasn't on YouTube, I could like play records during this. Make it a little less but YouTube wouldn't like that. But since there's really no sound, I might end up doing that, just making this a Rumble only stream. So I can play some music in the background, because there is not any sound on these old text adventures. But okay, so it looks like, but in any case, it looks like we are making progress in getting this thing fixed. At least one of the systems. So, looks like a rinse and repeat. Red this time. Southwest, north, slide the card, push down button, wait, Hawaiian music from the elevators in Crom, nice. South, west, south, 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 south. Alright. What are we on? Red now? Yeah. Is there a red button? Yes, there is a red button. Alright, so. Push red button. Get spout, or get flask. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Alright, and east and north. And slide card, elevator card. Through slot. Push up button. Wait. Wait. South, northeast. Pour fluid into hole. The liquid disappears into the hole. The lights on the annunciator panel blink rapidly and then go dark. The coolant system warning light goes off. And another flashes indicating the help message is now being sent. Alright, 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 alright. Woo! So I think we have repaired. Communication system. Let's go double check. So we want to go southwest, north, slide the card, push down button, wait, wait. Alright, now, so I don't have to keep carrying it, I'm going to drop elevator card. But I'm leaving it in the elevator. So it stays where I need to use it. And then we want to go west, north, north, west. And what do we got? Communications is green. So we fixed one of the systems. We still need to fix planetary defense, planetary control, and project control. Alright, let's take a quick look. I'm going to save. I'm liking where I'm at. Yes, override it. Okay, we're here now. Did we ever went into the plan room? Alright, so let's go east, north, and east again. And then I don't think we checked this room out yet either. Alright, so east, north, east. Showing near you are the right wall is covered with a similar map. showing you two installations, one apparently buried deep underground. West, north. Interesting. There's a call back to Zork. Just pitch black. You might be eaten by a grue. There's light to the south. Examine Floyd. Search Floyd. I'm pretty sure he has a card. Huh. What next? What next? Well, let's at least go refill our canteen. And go from there. Yeah, let's go refill our canteen. And who knows? So, south, 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 west, west, south. Alright, get kitchen card out of the pocket. Slide kitchen card through slot and south. Open canteen. It didn't say anything about liquid being in there. Okay, so it's a one-use thing. All right. Push button. Get canteen. Close canteen. Diagnose. I'm pretty sure I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure Floyd has that frickin' lower elevator card. And if you don't search him while he's still turned off, you have to wait for him to just decide to give it to you at random, is the way I remember it working. So let's just head to that elevator and hope that he'll give me the key. North. All right. And we'll head east, east, east. Push red button. Oh, the door's already open. South. Push up button. Ask Floyd about card. Open Floyd. He will eventually just give it to you, if I remember right. Let me double check. I think yeah, but I didn't search him while he wasn't activated. Get from Floyd. Okay. When he sees you, okay, got it. He's got to watch. I got it. All right. Let's try that. Because I forgot to search him before he was activated. So now I got to deal with this. So let's go north. North. Get elevator card. How about I type it, spell the word right? All right, and yeah, it's random. Aha! Yes! Floyd claps his hands with excitement. These cards are really neat, huh? Floyd has one for himself. See? Boom. Chaka-laka. I knew there was a way. I knew there was a way to get it from him. If you didn't search him before he was activated. So I wasn't that worried about it. But I still had to look it up. I thought it was just random, but it's more than just random. It's random while you're using the upper elevator. Get card. Taken. Alright, so inventory. Alright. Drop upper card. South. South. Slide elevator card through slot. Push down button. And wait. And wait some more. Wow. And 3 turns, huh? The waiting area. This is a concrete platform, sparsely furnished with benches. The platform continues to the east, and to the south is a metal door. Floyd follows you. East. Calamanti platform, all right. This is a wide, flat strip of concrete which continues westward. A large transport of some sort lies to the south. Its open door beckoning you to enter. A faded sign on the wall says Shuttle Platform, Calamanti Station. Floyd follows you. All right. I'm going to save again. Overwrite the existing file. I don't think we're in trouble yet. South. Shuttle car Alfie. East. See a long tunnel vanishing in the difference. Alright, distance. Get shuttle card. Look again. Slide shuttle card. through slot. Push lever. And wait. And wait. Shuttle cart. Okay, 15. 20. 25. 30. 35. 40. 45. All right, let's pull the lever. The display still reach 45. Okay, wait. And wait. Whoops. Wait. Assign flashes. Halfway mark. Begin deceleration. Alright, pull lever. And wait. 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 Push lever. Wait. Wait. Pull lever. See if I manage to not crash. Sweet! I managed to not crash it. West. North. Lawanda platform. Alright, save. Lawanda. And I'm going to end this stream here. But I will. Let's see what they're going to... Okay. Your score would be 42 out of 80 points. It is day 2 of your adventure. Current galactic standard time is blah-de, 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 blah. This score gives you the rank of lieutenant. Alright. Floyd grins impishly. Giving up, huh? Do you wish to leave the game? Alright, so... next week, on Text Tuesday, we'll start here again with the we made it to the Lawanda complex. And we have fixed the communications, and we made it to the Lawanda complex. So hopefully, we can figure out how to repair, or at least make some progress. Next time around. But I'll come back in a little bit. I'm gonna get a snack, and I'm gonna come back with is Steam still up? Steam is still up. I'm gonna come back and play a little bit of, I think this is from 2002, and it's kind of sort of mindless. We'll play a little bit of Enclave later on. Let's see what the store page says about it. It's kind of like, it's arcadey. It's kind of like an arcade, third person. It's not deep or nothing. But I'll play a little bit of Enclave. So I'll come back with that. Thank you all for watching. We'll continue with Infocom Planetfall Episode 2 on the next Tuesday. on the Tuesday coming up. So this Text Tuesday, I'm going to make it a thing. It might end up getting later, but and man, it could just it could be up on. It could end up being only on Rumble, so I can play music while I'm streaming. For Christ's sakes, instead of just all this silence. But thank you all for watching, and I'll be back in a little bit, and with another game, and like, share, follow, subscribe, share on social media, do all the things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.